Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing StarMade. And we are working on the little cutter. And I was thinking, while I received a little very valid criticism, that our beams here are typically only viable weapons at fairly close range. And yes, I agree with that. In fact, I typically don't use beams except as shield shredders for larger vessels. Why? Because I can't hit anything with beams. I'm really bad at hitting anything at all, but I'm bad at beams, worse with cannon. So I'm thinking I'm not really going to be using this vessel much personally, but it might be a good idea to give it a secondary weapon system. Not a primary, but a secondary system, which would consist of missiles. So we can just throw that here, a missile, and we'll throw that there. There we go. I want a missile beam. What's a missile beam? Missile beam's a lock-on missile, basically. A smart missile. Oh, I'm moving. Stop it. There we go. So, I don't want it an excessively large unit, so we're going to do something like this. What was those, 30? What is those? Those is 30. Alright, so we're just going to give him 2 units, and there we go. Now, I do want to set my outputs for all of these. It's going to be the bottom. Well, no. On the top, it's going to be the bottom. On the bottom, it's going to be the top. On the left, it's going to be the right. And on the right, it's going to be the left. That's the output. All right. And missiles is going to be smack dab in the middle. So now, let's see. X takes you kind of sort of to the center of mass, not quite. And when we're going to throw some beams on here, these beams are just and only to balance out the missile computers, give them a little more beam. We're just going to slap that on there. No, we're not. We're going to take you down to a 5x5 by 5 and just stick it kind of in here somewhere. There we go. So it's 23%. Let's see. Can we take that up to 24? That's a quarter beam, which is not bad. So this missile, if I ever have to fly this thing, this missile is going to be my primary weapon. And because it's a missile, it needs a missile module. That means I'll have more than one missile to fire at any time. So now I'll have 11 missiles every, how many ever seconds. And out of curiosity, let's pull up our Isanth. We'll use this one this time. What's the difference in all these Isanths with all these numbers? These are the weapon configurations. Beam, beam cannon, beam missile, cannon, cannon beam, cannon, cannon, cannon missile, missile, missile beam, missile cannon. And everything else is the same. Alright. So we have a lock on and we go pew! That takes its shields out. And that overheats it. Okay. So I'm going to say that is a sufficient missile system. Now, these are ideal circumstances. Both, all 4 missiles hit, and they hit right here in the rear reactor portion. So that is wonderfully ideal weapons. You probably will not get that shot in real life. Actually, having 11 missiles reload is too high. I think I only need 8 missiles. Hold on. 6, 5, 2, 1. No, 11 is perfectly what I needed. What do you mean what you needed? If you, the missile capacity reloads over time, so I held down my mouse button, just continuous fire, and with 11 missiles on this particular vessel, it will never run out of We'll never run out of brains. No, it will never run out of missile. And I said brains because I'm lacking them in my head. Because I had up-down symmetry on. So, let's see, went there. But I should be fine. Yeah, because I just stuck things in. I didn't take anything out. Alright. Always be wary of your symmetry. Because it's probably wrong. You've probably done something wrong. Alright, so I have a better working weapon system, although I do plan mostly for this thing to be AI controlled. Put it in a fleet, have it patrol a planet, whatever. Alright, so what's our next step? Our next step is probably going to be reactor stuff. So what do we want for reactor stuff? Well, we want an FTL chamber. I want a mobility chamber. We'll do these first because they're going to be the easiest. Now, how big of a chamber do we need? I need 300 block chamber. So we could take that to 100. And except that won't accept 100. 50 long? That is not quite 50 long. Okay. You're going to make me do math, aren't you? Anyway, you can put these blocks anywhere. I need 165 more, 120, 30 more. Then you use this reactor conduit to actually connect them to a reactor. I have videos on this, so if you're confused, you can go look at those. Reactor, we want a base jump drive. Now, there are some server configurations that you won't have a default... oh, I can't put those there. You will not have a default jump drive. You must have a jump base drive in order to get your, if you will, default jump drive. All right, so we're going to do another one of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. No. 6, 7. All right. Then we're going to connect these. Oh, we already did. So now I have an FTL chamber here. And we would like... I'm going to grab some auto charge. Auto charge. And I'm probably going to want some efficiency, power efficiency. So let's see. That's going to be 1. Will you stop moving? Oh, I'm already using too much power. So I definitely need that power efficiency. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, and let's attach that here. Come on, there we go. And let's specify with power efficiency and level that up. Oh, I'm running a power deficit. That is not good. It's a 12% power deficit. 22% power deficit when everything's charging. Okay, so we have got to address the power deficit. Let's bring her to a halt, and let's see. There are a couple ways we can do this. We can increase the reactor size. In fact, let's take a look at the reactor size. I can add 80 blocks. You can before. All right, I have 3020 reactor blocks, and for size level 30. At size level 30, it requires 300 chambers. So I can add 80 more reactors without having to resize the chambers. But since we are Well, since we have everything nice and open, let's just go ahead and just resize the reactor. It's not going to be that bad. Because I have room to adjust those reactor chambers. So let's see here. Hit R. We've jumped to... I can get another 90. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh no, I can get 60. 60 now. 2, 5, 10, 15, 30, 45. I am at 330. The maximum level size 33. Oh, I can get 100 more. All right. That's 110. Yeah, I can get 100 more and still have a 330 or level 33 reactor. So we're just gonna modify this just a little bit. There we go. But I will not receive any power benefits. Why not? Because it's not stabilized. Oh, I have 5 too many. There we go. We're going to keep it at level 34. And let's grab our... where do our stabilizers go? Oh, they're there. No, those are capacitors. There we go. There's our stabilizers. And just see what our percentage is. 88. Oh, let's see. That's a full 50. All right. 91, 92, 94, 5, 100%. All right, so now we're running a 9% deficit, which is still not good, but still repairable. All right, well, we also need to come down and add 25 blocks to each of these. So let's... we'll run it this way. Like that, and then... 25 here, and what have I done? That's what I've done. All right, I don't need to do that. Oh, just come out one more. Duh. That is actually not what I wanted to do. All right, but we still need to make that. There we go. So everything's back up and running. We're still running an 8% deficit. In fact, if we were to stop the vessel, press Y. Y will reboot the system, which causes everything to go into recharge mode, so you can use it for sort of debugging. Then hit your thrusters, and then you'll see your max power usage, and we're running at 10.8%. So that's what this guy is for. This is the reactor chamber. Oh, you come all the way to the side over here. All right, so the reactor chamber, we're going to stick it up here. All right. We're going to give it 50. I need, what, 300? 40 more blocks. All right. And then we need conduit actually running from the main reactor to our reactor chamber, which we're just going to tap off right here and run up the side. And now with this, we can give a base enhancement that will up our reactor by 10%. So now we run at 98.7% power usage. Now you can, for a while, run hotter than 100% and be just fine, but I don't like to run hotter than 100. So I am now calling the base systems done. My weapons, I'm not going to change the weapons anymore. I am not going to add any more FTL stuff because that adds more power. But, oh, but I kind of want... a scanner on it. Hmm. Hmm. My done might not be as done as I think it is. So we aren't done tweaking yet. We'll continue tweaking next time, but right now it's stable. So we're at 100% reactor. We are good, and this thing can fight forever. Well, until it gets shut up. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade, and I will take you cats later.